Good morning to those who listen. It is November 17th, 2025, 12:44 a.m. And this is the possible Bible changes from the book of Genesis, part 5. So let's get right into it. Genesis 41:6, blasted. And if you look up the definition, blasted is, obviously if you think, intoxicated from drugs or alcohol, detestable, this blasted weather. But most likely this is what we're looking at. Damaged by or as if by an explosive lightning, wind, supernatural force. So Pharaoh was dreaming, 41:6, and behold, 7 thin ears, which is corn, ears of corn, which is weird. The whole thing is weird. But this is a dream, so 7 thin ears and blasted. Doesn't even sound it doesn't sound right grammatically. 7 thin ears and blasted with the east wind. So I guess the ears were blasted, but it just doesn't sound right. But again, blasted is not a word that was in the dictionary until the first known use was 1540. So a long time after. So they who knows what they would have used back then, but I'm pretty sure that was not a word back in the time of Genesis with the Pharaoh and Moses. Next, now this one's nothing. It's just a name that was given to Joseph, but it was kind of weird. I never heard of it before. 41:45, so we'll just look at it real quick. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name that, Zaphnath Paneah. So, I mean, that's nothing new, or nothing that would be a Bible change. Let me get rid of that one too. So it's just saying it was just the name Pharaoh gave Joseph. Okay, no biggie. I just wrote it down because I never remembered that name before. And here's another weird one. Genesis 41:50. Potiphera. 41:50. And unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, which Asenath, the daughter of Potipherah. So this is what it means. I guess it was a biblical figure in the Genesis. Father-in-law of Joseph, the son of Jacob. Okay. That's probably not a Bible change. Here we go with Genesis 41:54, dearth, from the 13th century. 41:54. And the 7 years of dearth, which is like famine though, began to come, according as Joseph had said, and the dearth was in all lands. Now I don't know why it would change from famine to dearth, but if you look up dearth, it's scarcity, famine, okay, an inadequate supply. And then if you look at dearth, when it was first used was the 13th century. So again, it shouldn't have been in Genesis. Next, we got 42:6, Genesis 42:6, governor, which didn't exist until the 14th century. And Joseph was the governor over the land. So we already kind of know what governor means. One that exercises authority over a group, an area or a group, elected official. But if you look when it was first used, it wasn't until the 14th century. Now here's one, verified. Now, I don't think they had that word back then, and first used again in the 14th century, 4220. 42, one more page over. But bring your youngest brother unto me, so shall your words be verified. Okay, that seems odd. Let's get over here to verified. To establish the truth, accuracy, or reality of. But again, if we look here, first known use was the 14th century. That's weird. Next, we got 4217, ward, like a maternity ward. 4217. I must have went back. And he put them all together into ward 3 days. That don't seem right. Okay, so we got different definitions that moves, tends, faces, occurs in a situated or direction of, or spatial or temporal direction, point, position, area. Okay, I don't know. Still, it wasn't first used until the 12th century. Okay, then we got laded, which I guess is the past of laid, 12th century, 4226. And they laded their asses with the corn and departed thence. All right, we better check out what that means because that don't sound right. So it's to put a load or burden on as a load for shipment, to load heavily. Okay, that sounds a little better. But again, the word wasn't used until the 12th century. So I guess the ones that were before 1611 could have been, they said, okay, we'll put these words in the Bible. But still, I'm just going through them all just to make, just to see if these are possibles. All right, we got Genesis 42:27, espide. 42:27. And as one of them opened his sack to give his ass provender in the inn, provender, is that another one? He espied his money, for behold, it was in his sack's mouth. Okay, so I guess espy is a form of the word espied or espying, to catch sight of, like spying, I guess. But again, let's see when it was first used, 14th century. Let's look at the other one real fast. So provender is, let me put the definition here for you. Dry food or for domestic animals, feed. So food for the cattle or feed for the cattle. 14th century. I don't remember seeing that one in the Bible before, especially since it was in the same verse that had the espied, whatever. One thing I've been noticing since I've been doing today's part 5, like parts 3 and part 4, I had the Oxford definitions. The Oxford dictionary doesn't come up anymore for some reason. All right, we'll just do 2 more. Genesis, I put a star by this one. Genesis 42:34, traffic. And look at the way it's spelled. And it does not exist in the dictionary. And it still doesn't. Check it out. It's changed. So check this out. And bring your youngest brother unto me, then shall I know that ye are no spies, but that ye are true men, so I will deliver you your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land. It's been changed. It used to have a K on the end. Ain't that something? But traffic, you can't find it. I put it in there. It doesn't come up. It comes up with traffic. Deal or trade in something illegal. Well, I don't think they were trafficking people, or well, they might have been, but they didn't say that. It wouldn't have been, oh, we're going to take your kids and traffic them. No, they would have just said we're taking your kids or whatever, we're taking. All right, I don't know. That one's weird. But that one has apparently changed. And I got to write in the notebook about that because it's changed, because it did have a K on the end. One more that I want to check. 4236. This one just doesn't sound right. Me have ye bereaved. And the me is capitalized. Let's see if that's the case now. 4236. And Jacob their father said unto them, me. It is capitalized. So there's something that's crazy. Me have ye bereaved. Me have, that doesn't sound right. It's not proper grammar. It can't be. Me have bereaved. Was it Jar Jar Binks? Me have bereaved. What's going on there? So that one's a... sorry, that was a terrible Jar Jar Binks impersonation. But all right, so there we go. Don't want to make this any longer. So I probably have 2 more parts. Yeah, I can cut this into 2 more parts. There's what? How many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I could do, maybe we could do them all in one, or it'd be a little bit longer, or 2 shorter videos. So then that would finish off the book of Genesis, and then I got Exodus and Leviticus still. All right, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. I know all these aren't changes, but some of them are just weird. So I just had to, whatever I thought was weird, it didn't sound right, I put in there. And then I put stars by the ones that didn't exist. But the me is capitalized still in this one. This one, the letter is gone. K, traffic. Thanks for watching. God bless.